introduce you.
Okay.
Hi, this is Gina Versa from the Waffle Press Movie Podcast. I just saw an early screening of Ready Player One at ArcLight Cinema in 70mm with my good friend Frankie Espionza. How you doing, Frankie?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I had you on before and a few times.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, talking Black Mirror. So yeah, it's cool to have you back. So yeah, just going right into it. I enjoyed the movie. Steven Spielberg, unsurprisingly, still has it. He's the cinema god. I'm not surprised he could still do a blockbuster. I was just very interested to see after, because I feel it's probably War of the World. Maybe Kingdom of the Crystal Skull was the last blockbuster he did, and there wasn't CGI prairie dogs in this one, but I felt he really followed through with himself as a filmmaker. He kept his form, and he told a really incredible tale. What do you think?
I think so too. Like one of the commercials, one of the taglines of the commercials saying it's like a return of like the Spielberg adventure, and it really felt like that.
Yeah,
I think this is a proper entry into his adventure standard, if you could call it that.
Yeah,
I think it was I think honestly, and like the subject matter is pretty timely. And
with net neutrality, it's very timely. Yeah.
Exactly, 100%. And you're right. It's kind of like Spielberg magic back.
Yeah, I don't think he ever left. I mean, he went on to do other works, but he's always around. Kind of like some of the characters in the film. Now, I won't get too spoilery, but I really enjoyed the changes that were made to the source material.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the book enough, but some of the just stuff wouldn't have worked when they're like doing lines from, I think it's like War Games.
Yep.
And that'd be hard to translate.
And honestly, if the movie was a direct translation of the book, or at least a close adaptation, it would have been just an hour and a half of like a Twitch live stream, and who really wants to see that? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to go to a movie to watch someone play something.
Right. And yeah, it wasn't like Twitch or anything. It really felt like you were playing the game with them.
It was immersive.
It was immersive, yeah. It really understood the mechanics of video games and sort of the, online play and just,
Big time.
just some of the, thinking and processing that goes into playing a game. And
reality versus your avatar online.
Right.
You can really, I think the book itself covers that too, where it's who you really are behind your avatar. And your actions online are entirely different from your actions in real life, IRL.
Yeah, IRL, yeah.
But I'd say the movie itself is actually a nice companion piece to the book. I'm not going to say it's not like of course, it's obviously not, it's based off the book, I'll just say that. And it's not a direct, shot for shot, but I'd say it's a great companion piece until even kind of bringing life to what the Oasis is.
Yeah, I think it maybe fleshed it out a bit better than the book did.
Right, and the book relies on our imagination itself.
Right.
So it's really what we all perceive the Oasis to be. And whoever gets mad at saying that's not how Oasis should be, you're kind of getting mad at a filmmaker for not capturing your imagination.
Yeah, and just going off that, the references, all the Easter eggs, pop culture stuff, it was very tastefully done. I felt, it wasn't taken away from the story. It was just kind of, complimentary. Just, if you understood it, you got it. You don't, make a big deal of it in the theater. I mean, there's one or two moments where people clap. It's like, oh, that's, that's cool.
Right. And it wasn't in your face. It's like, oh, look, here it is. Well, there's a couple oh, look, here it is. But then again, there's so many people in the background.
There's
you're like, wait, is that?
Yeah, there's some links and nods, but it's not, it's not nostalgia porn.
No.
And yeah, Spielberg really knew how to handle it. There wasn't, he wasn't, referencing himself. He never wanted to do that as a filmmaker too much. And, he is a gamer himself, and he just really understood the material. I really enjoyed the CGI. I really feel some of the seamlessness of the motion capture and just some of the stuff they did visually was amazing. They recreated a film. I'm not going to say what, don't want to spoil that for you, the audience, but it's just so crazy how he recaptured, shot for shot, the pacing and scene, the essence of this film that will remain nameless in his own film.
It was tasteful.
It was very tasteful. Yeah.
It was tasteful. I'll say that. So.
Yeah. But anything else to add, Frankie?
I would say that people need to put their expectations in the trunk, not even the back seat. Put it in the trunk when you watch this movie.
Yeah.
You know, there's, like you said, what you call it, nostalgia porn?
It was a nostalgia
Everyone say
porn.
they go, nostalgia porn, this movie's gonna be terrible. Watch the damn movie.
Yeah, it seems
watch the damn movie with a clean slate.
Right, it's Steven Spielberg. You know, he is
Enjoy it.
He is a masterclass in cinema. And, yeah, just go in open mind and just be rest assured. It's from the guy that did Jaws and Raiders of the Lost Ark and bunch of other films. So rest assured. So yeah, I think it's a solid B plus. One or two faults I could say. Some of the dialogue gets a little clunky, gets a little cheesy in some parts, but I mean.
Then again, if you look at some of the dialogue in the movies in the 80s and 90s,
oh, for sure,
cheese it up, man.
Yeah, so I mean, fit, but yeah, that was. I will just say one more thing. I wish John Williams came back. I mean, Alvin Silvestri is good.
His suite at the end, Red One suite. Was pretty nice.
He had some good themes, but John Williams would have been really appreciated, and it'd be nice for them to do one more film.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's all I could say. Frankie, where could people find you at?
This always throws me off.
Oh sure.
If you want to follow me on Instagram let's start with Twitter. It's at 123starscream, and on Instagram it's ghost_of_space_kook.
Nice. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Gene9892 across the board. Thank you for listening. We've been professionally professional. Please subscribe, share, like. If there's something you don't like, just, share it anyway. Thanks.